Welcome back to another Frankly DIY. So today the leaf spring, transverse spring, is after arriving all the way from Lithuania. So let's get cracking with putting the leaf spring in and the process and how to do it. For taking it out, there's another prior video that shows you how to do that as well. But today we're focusing on installing the new one. Got me coffee, let's get cracking. So there's the new one in the box, can't wait to cut that open. So I'm going to go through the process again, right? So we have everything out here. As you see in the previous video on the process, how to take everything out to get the leaf spring out. I only needed to take out one side of the lower control arm to release the pressure on the leaf spring to get it out. So as you can see here, we've got the plates out, tie rod loosened up, control arm, steering rod, lower control arm, and so on and so forth, caliper and all that jazz. So it's as simple as slipping it right in there, going the whole way over, and then a reverse of the taking it out process. So once it's in on this side with the rubber installed, put the plate back on, bolt that down, then take the pressure off the spring, or put the pressure on the spring where it puts up once I have all my rubbers and stuff in place, and just that's it. So we'll take it from there. Let's run into it. Okay, so I'm going to lift it up from the other side, jack it up so this fits in, and I can put on the other plate. Got to make sure I put my spacers in as well. So it's red on the driver's side, which is European, and the white spacer is on the passenger side. That's European. I think it's vice versa for American. Okay, you can see I've jacked up the leaf spring to take the pressure off while I line it up and get the plate on. So I lined it up, got the plate on, jacked it up, put the spacers, bushings, cushions, whatever you want to call them, back in, line them up top and bottom. Just put some of the bolts back in just to hold it in place. That's the driver's side. Okay, so the plate's back on, the bolts are in for the lower arm, or the wishbone I should say. Just putting back in the lower control arm, and the strut is in now as well. So it's not looking too bad there at the moment. I just had a little trouble here, the threaded the bolt on this, so I had to kind of fix that up a small bit. So I'm just putting a new thread on it now using the nut that's on it. Okay, so just starting to put it all back now. Not too bad, you know, the spacers and everything in there, making sure they were the right way. It's a little bit tricky taking off the load off the spring as well with a jack. Okay, just putting back the strut now. This is a 24. I'll be torquing that to spec as well. I believe it's 115 newtons. Okay, calipers in, torqued up the two bolts, torqued up any of the nuts, I'll put in this description the torque on all the bolts and whatever dimension the bolts are as well, so you can follow it. Okay, so now do the driver's side. Okay, all bolts torqued up, control arm torqued up, everything's torqued up. I've bled the brakes while I'm here, torqued up the strut as well, same on the other side. So now just put back the wheel and do the 2 bolts that are in underneath that you can't get to until it's dropped down, and that's it. She's a good one. Okay, just to recap, so we've done the struts and found out that it was the leaf spring was broken. So I've done another video on changing out the broken leaf spring, which is not for the faint-hearted, but you can get it done if you got the tools. So this is all good to go now. It's time to get on the road. Thanks for watching.